Now, everybody else is in the classical era at this point, so I have fallen a little bit behind in terms of research. So potentially I need to start be thinking about getting myself some more researchy tech. But the first one really, philosophy contains the National College, which especially if you're going for a tall empire with lots of big cities is essential to get, but I'm planning on expanding fairly constantly. So I can't really afford to get the National College. I'm never going to be in a position where all of my libraries are built. I just want to be claiming that territory as early as possible. So education really is the one I need to be going for. And civil service is a nice route stop for on the way to education. It gives you the extra food for freshwater based tiles, so tiles next to rivers or lakes, which is really good for keeping your cities growing nicely. However, I think I'm gonna go for these composites to upgrade my archers, I think, and after that I might go to mathematics and then to currency to get myself catapults, which will be handy, especially if I go into a little war with Denmark, which I'm thinking about, and mints, and getting myself some markets in my cities to increase the gold. There we go. So did you see +1 production here? I can get myself 2 food and 2 production of 1 tile, which is that's nice. I can be living with that. It's not bad at all. Okie dokie. So fingers crossed a few turns I can launch my offensive on Congo. As a reminder, the reason I'm eyeing up Congo is because they have this thing, King Solomon's Mine, 6 production from 1 tile. That is really good. I could use that. And there we go. Jerusalem is no longer friends with me. I'm no longer getting faith from them. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. They want me to demand tribute from Milan. Now they're my allies. I don't really particularly want to be angering them while they're giving me a 6 culture return. It's a lot of culture to just throw away like that, so I might not do that. But marble, I seem to remember there was marble up here, right next to China's borders. Okay, so probably not going to be able to get to there before. We'll see. I might be able to trade with China at some point. Actually, do they have any spare? If you just go to this diplomacy overview, you can see that any resource that flags up, such as this wine here, that means I haven't got it. So unfortunately, China at the moment doesn't have any marble, but I'll keep an eye on that. Okay. Seeing as I'm building a library in this city, but actually look at this. I've got nothing in the way of production in this city. Again, this is the problem with not building your cities in a place that is on top of the hill. Having on top of the hill, it just gives you that extra little bit of production. The difference between 2 and 3 production for a new city can be so much, especially when you're waiting 53 turns for a library. I know I've got it on Epic, so the turns are going to be a little exaggerated, but that's not uncommon for a city based on plains. So I am just going to... Okay, 7 turns for another citizen. I might wait until it gets to 3 citizens, and then I might keep it at that for a little bit. Do I want the science or do I want the culture? I have a feeling I'm going to start losing the culture from the city-state, so I'm going to build the monument first, I think. Now, these archers will continue to move forward. I'm going to put them on top of this hill, give them the natural defense of the hill there, and I'm going to move my spearmen towards, and I might attack in a few turns. It might be exciting. Oh, Isabella, that's not a good place to keep your warriors. I think you might get caught in the crossfire a little bit there. You might want to move out. How do I warn her to move her troops out without giving the game away to Congo? That's going to be the question. Okay, there we go, another worker. Oh, it would be tempting to steal the worker, wouldn't it? But there we go. You know, I'm not actually sure what happened to my worker. I swear I stole one. I swear I had 4 at one point. I might have lost it. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. That's probably serves me right for trying to steal it in the first place, but there we go. I'm going to build a library in Timok, try and get just a little bit of science would be good. Now this improvement is done, so I can press him on to the next. I might go for these cattle. I mean, 3 food off 1 tile. If I can get some production on that tile, that would be good. It's all about building the production into the food where possible. Okay, now, oh, Isabella, you are in the way. You are in the way. I'm gonna have to wait one more turn. I sensed an opportunity there. I could have. Actually, is this marsh? No, I wouldn't have been able to jump straight to get the workers here, but there we go. Okay, this archer's finished now. I'm gonna just keep him garrisoned in Timok just for a little bit. Ooh, hello, Isabella. Settler on the loose. If I was feeling particularly evil, I could look to kill him, just to stop Isabella from spawning a new place. They tend not to be so angry if you go to a war with a Civ and not take one of their cities. They tend to not mind that as much. You can short memories. There we go. Ethiopia and Spain are now friends. I can sense a little alliance coming up here. Spain, myself, and Ethiopia. So I'm going to keep an eye on my embassies. Yep, I will. We can have an embassy if you want. Keep an eye on Madrid. Only level 4. And 6 for Copenhagen. Okay, so Copenhagen's a little bigger, which was unusual. I swear Copenhagen, Denmark went liberty rather than tradition, so unusual to see it quite that high. Maybe my cities are just too small. That could be well the problem. I would not doubt that for a second. So, I am going to switch to production. That's not going to do me any difference. I'll just keep it in there. Whilst I'm forcing it to work this tile, although it gives me some gold and culture and faith, it's going to reduce the growth of my capital, but that I'll live with for now. Flick this guy to... Oh, no, if I go to production, I'm going to lose the gold. Let's just keep it on default for now. Don't want to think about this too hard at this stage. So I'm going to go and get that elephant. It's going to be my next job. Build a pasture, some extra production. That's not too bad at all. And here we go. Let's have a fight with Congo. There we go. Formal confirmation of the alliance between Haile Selassie and Isabella. Right, so I am going to move my spearmen here, declare war, steal the worker. City-states, they're not too happy. Not too happy that I've been fighting them, but at this stage, I'm not too fast. For me, it's worth getting that mine and taking the slight diplomatic penalty with the city-states. I can live with that. Now I'm going to take my bowman, start having a few shots. Actually, I need to move this guy forward a little bit first. Take a shot. Bring in my spearman, and let's see. That's going to be a fairly costly attack. I might start taking a few shots against the Congo in a little bit, but for now I'm not going to bother. Okay, let's get that ivory. Really, I should probably be building this ivory first because that could be worked by my city, but you know, it was near. Okay, so they seem to be shooting the spearmen. This spearman here, a lot of the time actually they do go for the combat units in an effort, I guess, to try and stop you from being able to maneuver yourself in. So this guy, I'm just going to fortify him, get some extra health back. Fingers crossed I'll be able to take the city down before too much damage can be done to him. Just keep shots firing in from here. There we go, we're already on half health. That's not going to go too badly for me, I don't think. This worker, I'm just going to bring him out, get him to safety as quick as I can. I can actually start building that elephant before you know it. No longer ally with Milan. There we go. That's fine. I mean, we've lost 3 culture a turn, but I've got another policy coming in a few turns. I can live with that if I need to for a little bit. So, composites again. We're going to fire those. Get my archer in. Is this going to be good enough? No, it's just a little bit off. Okay, so how much health have I got here? 33, so I'm going to have 43 health. I'm not entirely sure that's going to be enough to keep him alive, but I don't think... Oh, he can run out of the territory. I might retreat him just for now. keep him alive. I don't want any units are dying unnecessarily on me. Even if my archers take a few shots, fingers crossed, these guys will have enough health next turn. They're fortified. They can take a few shots from Congo, take the archers hit, and still hopefully have enough health to do us some good the next turn. Yeah, as I expected, they went for the spearmen. Only 17 and 14 damage. It did about 20 damage each time to the other spearmen, so that's the advantage of fortifying there. It's not done as badly at all. So, again, just another round of shots from the hills. And with that spearman, I will take it. There we go. My first place. Woo! Now, this gives me the choice. So I can either annex it and make it just one of my cities at a huge unhappiness penalty. Do you see -7 happiness there? The problem with doing that is because obviously I've captured the city. It's not mine, so I get bonus unhappiness from it until I can build a courthouse. And I can't yet build a courthouse because I don't have mathematics yet. So what I'm going to do is until I get mathematics, I'm going to puppet it. So I get 2 less unhappiness. Admittedly, I can't choose what the city makes. However, I can. I do get the advantage of it not contributing towards my science or culture goals. Do you see here? Every city I own increases social policy costs by 10% and 5% on technology costs. So the more cities you've got, the more tech and culture you need before you can start to level up. If you puppet, you get the advantages of having the city without getting that negative. So having a few puppeted cities can actually do you a lot of good. So for now, I'm going to keep it as a puppet. It's going to be resistant for 2 turns. It won't build anything for a little bit, but hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work the mines by itself, but that's fine. As soon as I take it over, we can force it to do that. It's not going to be too bad. Okay, this worker can start to build the pasture, while this worker starts to set up a camp around the elephants. So here we go. It's from only a few turns ago, I didn't have any workers at all, and suddenly I've got 4, and they're doing very nicely indeed. I'm getting all of the improvements. It's not doing me too badly at all. In fact, actually, I think I've gained the wine. Yeah, I've gained the wine from Congo. So even though I get unhappiness from owning it, I do also get the happiness from the wine. So really, I don't think that city-state acquisition was a bad idea at all.